between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Royce O'Neal is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Nick Richards. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 3. Now here's Booker. 6 to shoot. Back to O'Neal. Takes the 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's Edwards on the wing. Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Durant with a screen on Conley. Booker with it. Randall's in his pocket. Launches a 3. And there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist from Booker.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. He can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Now here's Booker, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Edwards with it. He's against O'Neal. Back to Edwards. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Here's Booker. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Crafty finish by Booker, a walking bucket. Devin can beat you so many different ways.
Minnesota again missing. For Phoenix, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Durant's got 5.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Edwards, a pass to Conley. Shot to stop the run. Kevin Durant with a rebound. The Suns lead by 4. Outside Booker. Back to Durant. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Booker. Over Edwards. Booker against McDaniels. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
That wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And here's Edwards outside. No good that time. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Beal, he's checked in for Phoenix. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Phoenix. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to Booker, tipped. Beal with a screen on Conley. Booker for 3. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though.
Totally uncontested, but it still took impressive balance and agility to hit it.
Conley with the ball. Richards is there. Randall with it. O'Neal covers. And that's good. Randall for three.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Pass to Richards. There's 45 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Beal. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Timberwolves trail by 4. The three ball. Richards pulls it in. The Suns have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. McDaniels finds Gobert. Hammers the lob through.
I mean, how do you stop Gobert on the slam? He's too big, rising up too fast. There's really nothing you can do.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Conley. No points so far. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Up in time. And it's... And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus.
Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Reed in at center. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Durant, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Alexander-Walker, the pass to Edwards. Miller, a screen on Beal. Edwards for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Durant just going to work inside, outsmarting the defense and getting the close-range look.
Plumlee against Reed. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Durant, pass to Allen. Back to Durant. Over Edwards. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And now it's a 7-point Phoenix lead. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. The Suns have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. For 3, Allen. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
You know, the defense had no answer for Durant's quickness. He drives right in and hammers it down.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Alexander-Walker. Now here's Miller. And here's Edwards. Inside. Here's Reed. Ooh, good D by Plumlee.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Shoots over Miller, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Minnesota with a rebound. 1:02 left in the second period. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo. To the inside. Alexander Walker, the pass to DiVincenzo. Reed for three. Offensive rebound. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 6-point lead. Allen on the wing. DiVincenzo with a steal. Pass to Reed. 29 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Offline with a three. The Suns lead by 6. Jacks up a three. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Edwards with it. From the arc. Out to DiVincenzo. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Phoenix. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, they've got Nick Richards, Devin Booker out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's done in at the three. To the wing, right side. Gobert finds Randall. Let's go with a three. Another shot, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Another miss by Minnesota. Phoenix leading by 8. Done outside. Booker for three. Ooh, Booker doing Booker things.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. And yep, it's good. Stand back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Outside Durant. There's the three. Rebound Minnesota. And here's Edwards outside. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now. Phoenix leading by 10. Pass to Durant. Here's Richards. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And passing is something Durant has really worked on. And you see the results with the sweet dime right there.
McDaniels, that's good.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Phoenix. Tries the spin move. Outside for Booker from behind the arc. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
If there's anything Booker can't do on a basketball court, I want to know all about it, because tonight he's doing it all. And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And stolen by Edwards. Conley against Booker. Conley passes to Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Edwards. Plumlee's checked in for the Suns. Allen comes in for Durant. Spins. Booker, the pass to Plumlee. And the shot is good off the backboard. And the Suns lead by 7.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Randall, good.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
And here's Clark for 3. DiVincenzo on the wing. Pass to Clark. Shot clock at 5. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Dillingham's checked in for Mike Conley. And the Suns also making a change. Bowles checked in. Arms length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Timberwolves trail by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Out to DiVincenzo. Here's Dillingham. Booker defending for 3. Randall. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
When you have Randall on your team, he'll space out that floor.
Bull down low. Shoots over Randall. Again, the Suns good for 2.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Phoenix out in front. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Clark in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. There's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Garza's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Suns also making a change. Allen's checked in. DiVincenzo, pass to Clark. And it's all from three-point range. The Suns lead by 7. To the middle. DiVincenzo with the steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards looking for an opening. Here's Garza. The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. The shot that time not on target. Phoenix has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Beal's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Clark. The pass to Garza. Fires from deep. Minnesota again missing. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Phoenix. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Clark. Here's Garza. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Garza. Randall comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. Dunn comes in for Allen. O'Neal, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. And both free throws good for Durant.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Booker, the pass to Durant. And the Suns miss again. Timberwolves trail by 9. Randall outside. Gobert inside, covered by Richards. Here's Randall. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And he nails the third.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Up top, Booker. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Booker's got 12 points in just the second half. Minnesota again missing.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
That three's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 9. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Oh, KD! Filthy!
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Edwards for 3. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Durant with a screen on Conley. Booker, the pass to Durant. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 5 assists in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. The 3 is up. And another 3 for Minnesota.
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
Here's Booker. Oh, you can't let Booker get that close.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Randall can't hit. Phoenix has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Here's Durant. Outside for Booker. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Shot and game clock separated by 5. For 3, Conley. Gobert inside. Richards is there. And another shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. So the Suns win it. Boy, and Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Grant.
And it's Dallas to start out. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Dunn is out there with Durant. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Richards in at the center. Here's Thompson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
And here's Irving. From outside the arc, the rebound by Richards. Durant deciding where to go with it. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This is where KD dips into his bag and comes out smelling good.
And Thompson kicks to Davis. Here's the three. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Davis. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Lets it go with the three. Three-pointer. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable. Force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. Tries to keep it alive. Booker against Irving. Lobbed up there for KD. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And it doesn't even have to be an accurate pass. With Durant's length, you can just throw it up and you know this guy will get it.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Irving. Thompson outside. Another 3 for Dallas.
And how's that for an answer? Thompson getting his revenge in style there.
Davis against KD. Here's Booker. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And finished off by KD.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Richards with it. He's covered by Washington. Offensive rebound. Done outside. Looking for Richards and gets it there. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with the jump hook. And it's Irving with the ball for the Mavericks. They trail by 1. Gafford sets the pick for Thompson. Irving for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Booker. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Skillful make inside by Booker. Able to find his spot for the finish.
For the screen on O'Neal. Thompson for 3. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Booker the pass to Durant. Outside, O'Neal. A floater, and Davis sends it back. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Phoenix.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And there's Christie. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Marshall in at the 4 slot. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Dinwiddie. The layup off target. The Suns have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Jones kicks to Beal. He lobs it up. Dinwiddie with the steal. Dallas again turning it over. A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. And it's Thompson in for Christie. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Phoenix. Royce O'Neal comes in for Grayson Allen. KD with the bucket.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. Dinwiddie outside. 6 on the shot clock. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. KD against Thompson. Pass to O'Neal. Jones with it. Outside, Beal. Durant against Thompson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Davis is checked in for Dallas. B.J. Washington comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And for the Suns, Dunn comes in for Beal. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside Irving. Pass to Thompson. KD against Davis. Out to Thompson from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now Kevin Durant. 1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. Using his length inside, Durant.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And stolen by Booker. Lets it go from deep. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Dallas has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Gafford misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
O'Neal with it. He's picked up by Irving. Royce O'Neal, and that's good. O'Neal's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
They don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Now Irving following Durant's three-point attempt. The offensive rebound. Gafford Outside Irving. Here's Davis driving to the basket. 5 to shoot. Thompson passes to Irving. And they get it back. And Thompson kicks to Washington. Davis, that's for 2. The kick out to Irving. Clock is at 3. For the 3. Gafford passes to Irving. And another shot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
You know, on the drive, Irving probably anticipates the foul there or even expects it. He's too sharp to let it surprise you.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line. And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Booker with it. Over Irving. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Royce O'Neal is out there with Booker. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Durant. And it's done in at the 3, the small forward. And that one's good, Irving.
You know, when Irving rises up to take these shots, so smooth in how he gets it done. He always seems to be in control.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Davis kicks to Irving. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 6 rebounds in the game. Booker inside. Washington's on him. O'Neal outside. Durant sets a screen for O'Neal. It's stolen by Davis. For the screen on O'Neal. Irving, good.
Kyrie Irving, what a touch from deep.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside for Durant. Here's the screen. Pass to Dunn. Over Washington. Dunn misses. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Irving double team. Washington finds Irving. Dallas moving it around. And stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. That one goes. Count it. And the Suns lead by 3.
And with a good feel for the game, Booker sensed the right time to go for that steal.
Pass to Gafford. Washington with it. Here's Thompson. Guarded by O'Neal. Clock at 6. Thompson sets the pick for Davis. Driving the lane. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
It has got to be terribly frustrating to deal with Anthony Davis when you're guarding. I mean, you try to get physical with him. You don't give him a clean look, and he still winds up with the bucket and the foul.
Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Phoenix also making a switch. Beal's checked in. Booker, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for him.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Davis with it, guarded now by Durant. Thompson for the triple. Thompson with the three.
Well, Thompson is having no trouble finding himself shots, and you just keep pouring him in as long as he can.
Booker dishes to KD. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Dallas. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Out to Thompson. Beal with the steal. To the paint. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Strong finish by KD.
You know, the defense is all over Durant inside, but, you know, his length and agility and high release point allow him to still make it happen.
That one falls. Irving's got 9. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Davis, the pass to Marshall. Nobody near Irving. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. And now a 4-point Dallas lead.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Durant down low, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Durant's got 19 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
It's still anybody's game. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. He's out there with Irving. Christie is out there with Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the power forward. And so it's Dallas with him. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Christie can't make it. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Yep, it counts.
Not just the jump shooter, Bradley Beal is also excellent at knifing his way to the rack and finishing.
Marshall sets a screen for Irving. Pass to Marshall. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. A 3. Here's Lively. Lays it up off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Beal. Allen dishes to Beal. Allen with the screen for Beal. Kicks it out to Jones. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Dallas has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
You know, this is what makes Dinwiddie so dangerous, guys. His shot preparation makes him ready to shoot as soon as he catches it.
No good from Durant.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Doubled by Plumlee. Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You can see right now the defense running out of ideas. They cannot seem to slow him down.
This is a scoring clinic 101 style. I mean, he has really got it going right now.
Christie can't make it.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Second chance shot. Dinwiddie with the rebound. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Durant over Marshall, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Durant.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Plumlee against Lively. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Christie. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Irving, a screen on Durant. Marshall can't hit.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Dinwiddie against Beal. Here's Christie, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Christie's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Mavericks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
There's a good screen. Here's Christie. Launches it. They get the rebound. Here's Marshall. No good that time. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A confident win. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tooled big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And here's Thompson for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Randle. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Irving, the pass to Davis. Outside for Irving. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
That is pure from Kyrie. Fantastic working off the catch.
Let's send it to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Jason Kidd. Allie?
He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And BA, you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. No one covering.
But if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Irving for 3. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Conley with the ball. Irving picks him up. Conley against Irving, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Pass to Thompson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Minnesota's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Randle outside. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Randle. This one for 3. Washington grabs the miss. Irving for 3. The shot won't fall. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. From deep, Conley. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. Christie's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
There's Davis with the 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Davis has got 6.
Very effective facing up. AD spotting up and cashing in.
Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Christie passes to Dinwiddie. Here's Christie. Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't go that time. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
The 3. And Reed with a basket on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Got to D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Goes up on the wing. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Pass to Davis. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. Reed with the rebound. Outside, DiVincenzo. Stolen by Davis. DiVincenzo with a steal. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Minnesota. They're up by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game. And that passing ability complements Irving's scoring so well.
Pass to Reed. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Three-pointer. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Marshall. And the Mavericks, another 3.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Right wing. Here's Marshall. They get it again. Pass to Christie. Launches it. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Christie. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, a point guard's responsibility in part in today's NBA, get their guys going. Kyrie Irving doing just that.
Minnesota again missing.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And here's Edwards outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got his 6th rebound on the night. Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. Irving for 3. Reed with the rebound.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
On the break. Pass to Marshall. Dinwiddie outside. 4-3. Again, the miss by Dallas. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. To halt the run. Mavericks with a rebound. Lively's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Christie. Drops in the 3. Christie's got 12 now in this quarter. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Irving, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Off the mark there with a 3.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Marshall with the bucket. Marshall's got 6. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now the Timberwolves with it. The three, DiVincenzo. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's Irving missing.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
The three, DiVincenzo. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Off target from three-point range.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
Marshall. Yes. And a nice assist from Dinwiddie. He's got 9.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. Dallas on top. They lead by 6. And time now for the halftime break with... And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Anthony Davis is out there with Washington. Then it's Klay Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Gafford in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. From deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Wow, Mike Conley from deep range. Okay.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Fades and shoots. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Outside Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, got a piece of it. Thompson with a steal. Edwards with it. Checked by Washington. McDaniels got room. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. McDaniels got his first points in this one.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Conley finds Edwards. Fade away. Gafford grabs the miss.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Norris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. Here's Conley. 6 points for him. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. For the lead. The triple hits for Edwards.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Irving for 3. Knocks down the triple. Irving's got 8.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Edwards looking for an opening. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And Dallas making a change here. Marshall's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. Randall, good.
Well, the physicality that Julius Randle possesses, this guy is always proven capable despite defenders nearby.
And the shot's good by Irving. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Edwards, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Gafford with a screen on Conley. Irving for 3. They get the rebound. Up and over Conley. And it's Irving missing. The Timberwolves trail. It's stolen by Irving. Again, Irving missing.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Pass to Gobert. Randle outside. Over Gafford. Minnesota again missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And here's Thompson for 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one. And 1:01 left to play in the third quarter here. Edwards, that's good. The Mavericks lead by 3. And here's Irving. He's got 11. And here's Thompson for 3. On target from range. Thompson's got 6.
At his absolute best, Klay Thompson rise and fire on the catch. Good night defense.
Pass to DiVincenzo. The kick out to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. For 3, Randle. Mavericks with the rebound. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Marshall with the bucket.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Now here's Irving. Thompson outside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Both free throws good from Thompson.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks closing out the... And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Clark in at the 3. Good on the shot. Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Edwards. Over Williams. It's hauled in by Exum.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Edwards a screen on Edwards. Fires the 3. And Edwards good for 3. Edwards has got his first 3 points of the game.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Williams misses. The Timberwolves shooting around 41%, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Clark. So for Dallas, Prosper's checked in for Edwards, and it's Thompson in for Exum. Garza's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for Clark. Irving for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying. Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for DiVincenzo. Lively against Reed. Back to Lively. Takes a 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Ingles.
Clock at 6. From downtown, and the rebound goes to Dallas. Lively's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Williams misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Ingles, no good. The Mavericks lead by 13. Stolen by Conley. From deep three-point land. Ingles, no good. And Irving has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. And that one's good from Conley. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
The 3, Randall. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Thompson's got 11 points here in the second half.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
Irving with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. And stolen by Edwards. For 3, Conley. They get it back. The kick out to Edwards. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Edwards has got 5 points now this quarter.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Irving pass to Thompson. Over Edwards. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 7. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Stolen by Gafford. Randall against Davis. Here's Irving. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota with the ball.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randle embracing a tough opportunity.
Gobert with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. McDaniels can't hit. This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They
Oh! I can't believe he just did that!
Now that is incredible. Just wow.
Gobert no good. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Irving with it. Thompson with a screen. The 3 from Washington. No good. And so the Mavericks take the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on there. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Allie LaForce. Grant Hill.
to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. Pass to Ingles. Edwards with it. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Ingles with the screen for Conley. Here's Ingles. The 3, 6 to shoot. Booker pulls it in. Done outside. Durant feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Booker. Takes the 3. And there's Katie. That's good on the assist from Booker.
No hesitation from the swingman. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. And look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Edwards kicks to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on done. From deep Ingles. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nick Richards. That is his first foul of the game.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, it's one thing to be aggressive hot shot. It's another thing to get reckless. He's got to stay under control.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Dunn. No good with the triple. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
And as disappointing as the Suns' first-round exit was last year, RJ, this team, I think, still has a window open. How about you?
Yeah, Kevin, I've often said it takes teams a second year. That first year is really the adjustment period for star players. The Suns' core group had some growing pains in that first season. But look, this year, I think this is the year we're going to see the best version of the Phoenix Suns.
Durant with it. Out defended by Randall. KD passes to Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Durant kicks to O'Neal. Back to Durant. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And here's Ingles outside. On the wing, Ingles. The tray. Sinks the triple. Ingles has got 6 points.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The kick out to O'Neal. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The wide open look here for Ingles. Fires the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
The thing they have to watch for is mental fatigue. They have to stay focused and finish the job.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Edwards finds Ingles. Outside Conley. Randall passes to Ingles. Randall a screen on O'Neal. Here's Ingles. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Booker dishes to Durant. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. And Phoenix making a change here. Beal's checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. And it's done in the corner. 5 on the clock. Gobert against Beal. Fires from deep. Phoenix, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Ingles. From the wing. Out to Conley. And stolen by Dunn. Booker against Conley. And here's Booker. He's got 5. Knocks it loose. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with McDaniels. Then there's Reed. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Edwards in at the 2 spot. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
KD can't get it to go.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try.
Oh, my goodness, what a play.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
It's Beal on the wing. Edwards defending. Durant outside for Beal. Back to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Some changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. And O'Neal subbed in for Grayson Allen. Minnesota also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. For 3, Edwards. The rebound by Richards. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Suns. They trail by 1. O'Neal kicks to Durant. And the Suns miss again. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Conley against Jones. Fades away. Conley's shot is off. Suns have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Beyond the arc. Oh, KD buries the 3.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
Count that bucket. Reeves got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
It's up a 3, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Now it's a 6-point Suns lead.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Outside Durant.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Over Edwards. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Fade away. Rebound by the Suns. They've led by as much as 10. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Just too much to handle. Durant not fazed by the bump.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Makes a three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
There's the steal. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And Gobert is so well set up there. All he's got to do is elevate above the D and take that one home.
Using his length inside, Durant.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
They get it back. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. For three, Edwards. And it's Durant with the rebound. Suns leading by 4. Feet out. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got 4 rebounds in this game. Edwards inside. He's covered by Beal. Conley the pass to Reed. Now Alexander Walker. A three-pointer, no good. Durant wide open. He fires. Again, Phoenix.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And so that brings the first half to a close. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Dunn in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And stolen by Dunn. Booker with it. Now defended by Randall. Durant, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
From deep, Ingles hits it from three-point range. Ingles has got 14.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
For the finish. Put it down! Whoa!
Oh, my gracious.
Wow.
Way to get up.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
It's stolen by Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Edwards with another miss. Phoenix leading by 4. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you've got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Bull. He's checked in for Phoenix. Ingles kicks to Edwards. And stolen by Bull. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer.
Ingles can't get it to go. Phoenix has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game. 2 minutes into the second half of play now, and Booker kicks to KD. O'Neal a screen on Randall. Edwards against Durant. Lays it up and banks it in. KD's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns. Conley, the pass to Ingles. No good again that time. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Durant. And it's good off the back rim and in. KD's got 32 points in the game.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Ingles. Three-pointer, Randall. Good on the triple.
Julius Randle.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Durant for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Out to Edwards. Pass to Ingles. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Ingles has got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's KD for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. KD's got 15 points in just the second half. From the arc, Ingles can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Conley with a wide open look, and the 3 ball is good.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Randall. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Now just a 5-point Suns lead. Bull against Gobert. It's stolen by Ingles. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up. Up and in on the layup. Ingles has got 7 now in this quarter.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Conley left side. Ingles against Dunn. A floater, and the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got 20.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Now here's Durant. Three-pointer. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And it's Jones with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Reed. Edwards is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker. In at the 3, the small forward. KD finds Beal. Now here's Jones. Good ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Durant. Timberwolves trail by 4. And pushing it up again is Minnesota. Again in transition. Rebounded by Allen. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Beal. Now McDaniels, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniel. O'Neal's checked in for Allen. And a change for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Bounce pass, Conley. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. It's rebounded by O'Neal.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Here's Durant. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. KD's got 42 in the game.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
And the foul called on Edwards. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. So for the Suns, Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Dunn comes in for Beal, and it's Booker in for Tyus Jones. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for McDaniels. And it's Joe Ingles in for Dante DiVincenzo. Conley kicks to Ingles. The 3-ball. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Mike Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 8. Launches from deep. It's hauled in by Dunn. Here's Durant. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
They get it again. Randle kicks to Ingles to stop the drought. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards got rebound number 8 now on the night. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Pass to Ingles. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from the mistakes and move forward. Next play.
From downtown, it's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Dunn outside. Shoots the 3. Drains the 3-pointer. And the Suns lead by 10.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Back to Randle. Pass to Ingles. For 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Another bomb for him right now. His 3-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And they've also been steady from the 3-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
And here's Ingles outside. The shot off that time. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Conley against Booker. Out to KD. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Durant's got 47 points.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Suns.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets. Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. The shot by KD. No good.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Pass to Randle. Back to Ingles. This one for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
it's stolen by Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Ingles. Jacks up a three. Off on that one. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. It was up for grabs. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
And now Dallas' starting group. They've got Daniel Gafford, Kyrie Irving out there with Thompson. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Washington in at the small forward position. The turnaround Jay. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
There's nothing you can do if you're the defense. Booker is so solid at muscling shots in through contact.
Pass to Thompson. Lets the three fly, and it's Phoenix with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Booker can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
On the wing, Durant, defended by Thompson. Durant with a screen on Thompson. Back to Durant. To the paint. Here's Booker. Pass to Durant. Over Gafford. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
That mid-range shot, a go-to one for KD.
Irving against Booker. Thompson outside. Davis a screen. That doesn't go either for Thompson.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Booker with a screen on Davis. 5 to shoot. Charity stripe shot. Gafford grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And Davis slams it home.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and verticality. I mean, Davis, one of the very few.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Gafford with a screen on Booker. Irving with it. Richards picks him up. Davis. The jumper from the wing off target.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Booker. No good on the 3. Well, Clark, the first 9 years of his career, he played mostly power forward. But over the last 3, Anthony Davis playing a lot of center.
And I think his game has become more focused on staying in the paint, which is where he's dominant. He's added tons of strength over the years. He's using that to his advantage. He's always been one of the special players in the league, in my opinion. And he's still one of the top 15 guys in the league for sure.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Bradley Beal, he's checked in for the Suns. And Dallas also making a switch. Dinwiddie's checked in. Here's Thompson. Outside Davis. Gafford the screen. Out to Thompson. From outside the arc. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. And the dunk by Gafford.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Hits a three-pointer.
And I like how Booker is selective taking threes. Makes it count when he does take one.
The 3 from Thompson gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Booker. He's got 5. Done. The pass to Booker. Pass to O'Neal. Wing shot on the way. Again, the Suns good for 2.
A silky mid-range jumper by Booker, attacking without any hesitation.
Beal with it, and Dinwiddie picks him up defensively. Richards, the pass to Booker. Tries the spin move. Back to Richards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Daniel Gafford picks one up. Phoenix shooting their first free throws of this game. And so he hits both. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Irving. Pass to Christie. Here's Marshall. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Dallas.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Durant, deflected, and still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Phoenix out in front. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Derek Lively. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Christie in at the small forward position. The Suns lead by 3. Allen on the wing. Back to Beal. Jones with a screen on Irving. Three-pointer, Beal. It's rebounded by Dallas. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Outside Durant. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles, and that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league. Right back at you, Durant motivated to put it right in his opponent's face. No better way to do it than with the three of his own.
Christie's shot is off. And so Durant will bring it up for Phoenix. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Here's Marshall. Pass to Lively. Puts up a three. Nice shot by Christie. Christie's got 6.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Outside Durant. Out to Beal. Outside Jones. The three. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Christie. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Christie's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You got to appreciate Kyrie Irving's court awareness. Outstanding.
Oh, hey, how about
big
that?
time right there. Big time. Woo. Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
Here's Christie. 9 points in the game. Outside Irving. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Christie's shot is off. Phoenix has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And then Beal with the dunk.
And he's just using every bit of his strong frame to battle the defense. Beal won't take no for an answer.
So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Richards is checked in for Plumlee. O'Neal comes in for Durant. Dunn, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. Now here's Gafford. Davis, the pass to Thompson. For 3. Oh, and Clay makes that 3 look so easy.
Such a silky, smooth stroke from deep. Thompson, excellent accuracy.
Richards with a screen. Down low. Nice move. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounce ability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Beal from outside. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Beal's got such a fluid shooting motion. It really helps him on those catch-and-shoot opportunities.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Booker can't get it to go. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Right side Davis. Out to Thompson. Washington, a screen on Beal. And they'll get another chance. Washington a screen. And here's Thompson for 3. And the 3-pointer goes. And now a 3-point Maverick lead.
Well, we know Thompson always wired to score, but right now it even seems to be becoming easier for him.
And here's Booker. Dunn outside. Jacks up a 3. No good on on the buzzer beater. And so it's Klay Thompson making highlights for the Mavericks. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Fans, we direct your attention to center court and get ready for the man half-court shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to.
Oh, kind of mean on that one. Oh, wow.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Here's Booker. Oh, Booker in close.
There's something that is great about Booker. He doesn't take all outside shots. I mean, Devin can score it inside, too.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Thompson against Booker. Gafford with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Davis. Clock at 4. Richards. Ooh, a two-handed power slam. The Mavericks lead by 4. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
And they barely get to retain possession. Many times, that's a turnover.
Irving for 3.
Fantastic hustle from Booker, doing everything he can to distract the shooter.
Durant with a screen on Irving. Booker for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got 7 rebounds in the game. Irving against Booker. The 3 is up. Second chance effort. Outside for Davis. Davis a screen. The 3 from Washington. That one no good. Suns trail by 4. Outside Booker. 3-pointer O'Neal. Rebound Anthony Davis. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavs. From downtown. And Washington with the basket on the assist from Irving. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Booker surveying the D. Pass to O'Neal. And Gafford comes to help. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving. Phoenix making a switch here. Beal's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Dallas ball.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Thompson fires from way outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Beal. Pass to Booker. Stolen by Davis. Thompson with it. Beyond the arc. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Crafty finish by Booker, a walking bucket. Devin can beat you so many different ways.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Here's Durant. Here's Richards. The kick to Durant. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
Great touch from KD. Great range, too.
The Mavericks lead by 5. Now Irving. 6 points for him. Thompson finds Davis. On the wing, Thompson. Pounded by Beal. Thompson, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Durant. Out to Beal. Launches a three. And the Suns get another three.
We talk about guys with pure strokes. Beal's in that discussion.
Here's Irving. Driving to the basket. Out to Thompson. Drills it from deep. Thompson's got 9 points now in the second half.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Get there.
Outside Booker. Fader on the way. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Klay Thompson making highlights. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skill.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Derek Lively is out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Christie in at the 3, the small forward. Beal, the pass to Durant. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Fires the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside Durant. KD gets a step. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. Edwards, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
I don't think you could design a better scorer than Durant. I mean, range from deep, the touch at the rim, excellent handle, 7 feet tall. He does everything you want from your first option.
Here's Christie. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
Irving with it. Beal picks him up. Irving, the pass to Christie. They grab their own miss. Here's Marshall. And there's a pick. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Suns. Durant inside. Kevin Durant, unfazed by the D.
What doesn't Kevin Durant do? He's showing us everything here.
Jones against Irving, and it's good for 2.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Suns trail by 3. On the wing, Durant, guarded by Edwards. Durant's shot is off. The Mavericks have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Over to the left wing. Irving for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's the decisiveness we talk about with Irving. He's quick and right at it.
Durant, no good. Dallas leading by 6. Here's Christie. And Dallas hits again from deep.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Three-pointer off the mark. The Suns running out of time. In transition, here come the Suns. Beal outside. Pass to Plumlee. Looking to end the run. Christie with a rebound. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. And that one's good. Irving.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Let's go with a 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Mavericks.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kyrie Irving.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
Count it. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Irving. Launches it from deep. That one is off. And it's Phoenix's ball. Jones from outside. And it's Irving with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The 3. Here's Lively. The kick out to Edwards. Launches it. He drops it from range. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
3-point field goal.
Irving fires from way outside. Can't get it to fall. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be